everybody, Mister, and this is BadMae here with another update for you guys. This time we're venturing across the pond there and taking a look at ETS2 today and their upcoming coaches release. So I'm not gonna lie, kind of pre-watch this a little bit. We're gonna go through, watch it together, and then I'll pause in on some important bits. I'm sure I'll pick up some things I missed before. But a TLDR is basically SCS is going out there and essentially with coaches and with Road Trip, they're kind of making a whole new game. So it's like a game within a game. So yeah, sit back and enjoy. I guess grab your popcorn and we can go through here and
It's
watch
not that long of a video.
It's not, but by the time we stop and pause and talk about it, it's going to be a little bit, guys. So yeah, without further ado, let's get into it.
Ready to swap cargo for passengers? Then we've got some exciting news for you. Today, we're sharing more details about the upcoming Coaches DLC for Euro Truck Simulator 2, including coach ownership and how you'll plan and take on passenger transport.
So I'm just going to back up here. Let's see. They showed that screen. And it was only there for just a moment. Here we go. So we kind of have this with trucks today. Let's see. Showing you the average fuel usage, what engine powers. So this is like our truck manager. I guess this would be the bus manager. These names will obviously be cleaned up before it launches. They'll get rid of the underscores. They may or may not keep the years. We'll see. Looks like time owned. Okay. So this is how long you own the bus. This is how far it's driven, what engine is in the bus currently. You know, all this is going to be moddable, just like the trucks are today. So if you guys like your 10,000 horsepower engines or whatever, you could throw them in your bus. You know, doing some drifting and some 360s in your coach, there might be a challenge for the parking lot. And then, of course, it's got your fuel usage. Yeah, it looks like you're going to have restoration or repairs on the vehicles as well. So let's continue on here.
And how you'll plan and take on passenger transport jobs.
All right, there's
all aboard.
The job pickup
One
point.
of our goals with the Coaches DLC is to give players the opportunity to purchase and customize their own coach.
So just like
purchasing
the trucks,
a coach will be a significant investment, but finances will be shared.
Give you guys kind of an idea here. 349,000 pounds for that, 388,000 for that one. There's some all the way up to 500,000 pounds.
Are those a double decker?
This looks like a double decker.
Nice.
The Scania series looks like. And then the other thing here, so this is the garage that we pull our trucks into, actually. And then out here,
I'm not gonna lie, the coaches look really good.
They do. They've done a really good job with them, and it customizes your paint jobs and all that kind of stuff too. I would love to see this kind of stuff. You know, a little teaser clip of the cars in the same way. I imagine the cars are just as customizable. I would imagine. And then we've got services, garage, career navigation. Right there's your bus jobs, and then you'll see. I gotta kind of hide my camera here for just a second, so I'm not blocking you guys. So right there, right underneath where my camera is coach mode with a quick swap button to truck mode. So they have the same thing in the cars, right? The Road Trip DLC, you can swap between trucks and cars, and here you can swap between trucks and buses. Somewhere in this video, I think he's about to mention it. They state you do have a shared economy. So if you have $1 billion in your trucking career, that $1 billion is going to carry over to the buses.
So we can blow all of our trucking money on coaches.
You can. You can definitely continue your current save. Let me get my camera back here.
You know, it's not a bad thing, because I remember how hard it was when we first started a career in trucking. Like, we have no money, so we have to take a loan just to get a truck to do jobs to get more money. But at least now you can fund your coaching business with your trucking business. Hopefully it's a little bit more established.
You can, but for those who want a true bus career or a true road trip career, right, I would highly recommend just starting over. Just start in that mode and maybe take a loan out if you have to, but just go up through the ranks in that mode alone, so that you get an authentic experience. I may do that my first time through. I might just start up from net zero and I'll play all straight base game. I might throw a graphics mod in or two, but
not me. I'm going to use my truck money. I'm going to get a fancy coach.
I may just go from broke to somewhere. We'll see.
You'll see me driving with the highest, coolest bus, and while you're in like the second hand-me-down truck, coaches.
Coach will be a significant investment, but finances will be shared across both truck and coach modes.
Well, that was
this
another thing
means
to pay attention
This
there.
means players will be shared across
for-
both truck investment.
Right here. So we have MAN buses, Scanias, and Volvos, looks like. So that'll be the initial release.
But finances will be shared across both truck and coach modes. This means players will be able to earn money through coach quick jobs or regular trucking jobs before to earn money.
Right here. Okay. So get hired as a professional coach driver. Focus solely on your passengers and the road. Everything else is taken care of. Just choose a coach line and drive. So that's the quick jobs. They're going to have contract jobs and tourist jobs. Interesting. So I imagine contract jobs is like, oh, you're hauling the cheerleader team from one country to the other. Tourist jobs, I guess since the UK is not part of Europe anymore, you take the tourists from the UK over to Paris or whatever. So you could see some like international tourism. Nothing else to really show off here.
Through coach quick jobs or regular trucking jobs before purchasing their own vehicle. Financing and loans will also be available to those who wish to get behind the wheel a little sooner. Just make sure to pay on time. Coaches will also feature a range of customization options. Depending on the vehicle model, players will be able to choose from various chassis configurations. Will be able to choose from a range of customization options. Depending on the
here, these little bus depots. Now he's changing the truck here. I don't think you're going to be able to modify the truck just like that here. They're doing some sort of time lapse thing here. But this is a very interesting. This is obviously a bus terminal. Maybe it's one of your pickup points.
It's like look like a bus stop to me, like an endpoint bus stop.
Yeah, or a starting point. Right?
Or that, yeah.
Yeah, and then there's a car wash behind you, but obviously too small for a bus.
Vehicle model, players will be able to choose from various chassis configurations, engines, and transmission variants, along with a selection of interior options such as seat upholstery colors and curtains.
Yeah, those are really nice.
Selected cabin accessories will also be compatible with coaches. However, not every upgrade will be available immediately. Some parts and accessories will unlock through player progression, giving drivers additional options as they gain more experience behind the wheel. Owning a coach will also provide the freedom to explore the map outside of scheduled passenger services. Players will be able to travel wherever they like, visit viewpoints, and enjoy driving across Europe at their own pace. Fuel consumption, fatigue, and other familiar gameplay systems will work just as they do when driving an owned truck. Owning a coach will also unlock new gameplay features, one of which is contract jobs. Using the contract jobs menu, players will...
Contract jobs, let's just read that tooltip here. Earn money using your own coach, transport passengers, and bring them safely to their destination. Okay, that's not too descriptive.
Jobs. Using the contract jobs menu, players will be able to browse available passenger services in cities close to their current location. After selecting a route, they will first need to drive to the appropriate bus station before beginning the service. Once at the station, players will confirm their selected line. The game will then advance to the scheduled departure time. Passengers will board the coach and the journey can begin. Many of the passenger services will include multiple stops along the route,
passengers are
and players can choose from jobs that vary in different. Will then advance to the scheduled departure time.
Or do they move
Passengers will board the coach and the journey can begin.
His arm and his head,
Many of the passenger services will include multiple
bit.
stops along the route, and players can choose from jobs that vary in difficulty based on their experience and skill level. taking on more challenging routes will reward higher earnings and additional experience. We hope you enjoyed learning about the ongoing work for coaches for Euro Truck experience.
So, coach damage penalty. Okay, so that's passenger satisfaction is one of the things they rate you on. Cushioned journey bonus. So, is that like if you hit bumps too hard, do you get deductions, kind of like bus bound? Demanding timetable. So, that would be just short jobs. Proficiency. Okay. So, I think it's how stable you drive, how well you drive. Your satisfaction. So, I guess that would be like being stable, being fast. And then also your damage. Okay.
We hope you enjoyed learning about the ongoing work for coaches for Euro Truck Simulator 2. If you're excited to get behind the wheel, be sure to add this upcoming DLC to your Steam wishlist. We look forward to sharing more news with you about this edition as development continues. Until next time, we'll see you on the road.
So yeah, that's coaches, guys. So then there's a little bit more information in the blog that I'll poke into, but you can see how they've written out here too. It's like ETS2, coaches. Just like with road trip, I guess really the big question is, does it stay Euro Truck? I mean, I imagine it probably will for just the name recognition. But I mean, really, what they're building out here is basically a Euro transport simulator. And same thing with American.
Like a bus simulator or a coaches simulator.
Yeah, because I was talking to this earlier. It's like if they can, if they can include coaches and cars and all that kind of stuff, and then they flip the two and they put coaches in the U.S. and cars in Europe, you end up with Ford in Europe and you end up with Porsche in America. I mean, it's just kind of a blend at that point. And then what's to say they can't do ferries in ETS2, and they bring trains into ATS, right? Like, God knows they've gotten hit by enough of them. So being able to drive the train would be kind of cool. And the same thing with Euro Truck. Like every 5 minutes, you're on another ferry. So it'd be interesting if you could actually become a ferry driver, captain. Yeah. So I don't know. I'm excited for where they're going. I know coaches and cars are just the start of it. So let me see. I think I have the blog here. Okay.
They have more screenshots that are more revealing, I think.
Well, I mean, here's the pickup spot, which they showed.
Did they mention what the tourist job is versus what's the other job they have?
They did not yet. It was contract job.
Oh, contract jobs.
And tourist.
They mentioned the contract job is the one that have multiple stops.
Yeah. And then you got LED lights in the coach.
Nice.
Change your curtains. Change your seats. Contract jobs. I got that there. So you can see they're stopping in Dresden, the Nuremberg.
That's the multi-stop.
And then Munich is in Berk. And then let's split.
So that's the contract jobs.
Yeah. Looks like you can also go on ferries.
Yeah, I guess bus go on the ferry.
Yeah.
Huh.
So stop in the marked area to allow passengers to disembark aboard.
Yeah, I bet you it's like,
so right here is this is where you got to park, this little white line up here.
So you have to be accurate about it and like smooth, otherwise they're gonna be unhappy.
Yeah, so if you guys ever play bus bound, you got to get right up to the curve, but don't hit the curve because that'll hurt your satisfaction.
I wonder, do they make you like lower? You know how you can like lower your truck or your coaches so
normally
it's closer to the steps?
Normally it's integrated in the door. So when they open the door, the that side of the bus airbags deflate so that the bus can what do they call it? It's like tilt or
I bet there've got to be like a door open.
I think it's called kneeling the bus. I think is what it's called. Typical Scania dash. I mean, this all looks like the trucks. Here's your satisfaction right here. So again, I think it's very similar to bus bound. If you guys haven't tried that, you should pick it up and try it, just so you have something to compare this to when this does come out. I think that's it with the screenshots. The other thing I wanted to mention that's in this blog is simply here. Coaches will be available to purchase through the online dealer and will be stored in the player's virtual garage. Now, what I mean by virtual garage is just like your trucks, right? When you go to Truck Manager, all of those trucks are in a virtual garage, and your buses will be in there as well. So you'll be able to go in and you can edit the trucks right from that virtual garage. And then as well, you could just drive them into a garage, provided that they fit. So they should fit.
Maybe a tight fit.
I mean, you can pull
how garages.
You can pull trailers through the current garages, so I think they'll be fine. But it says, it says coaches will be stored separately from trucks. So they're in the same garage, but they won't occupy an existing garage slot. So if your garage has 5 slots and you filled them all up already, your buses are likely going to have 3 or 5 slots independently just for the bus. So essentially, garages are getting expanded. I think that was the key point from their blog. Contracts. Is this the one they talked about? Well, we didn't talk about tourism jobs. I don't think they touched on tourism in here.
I'm curious, in any of their UI screen, is there anything like convoy being mentioned for coaches? Because I know I'm kind of looking at like comparing road trips to this one. I know it's totally different, but I was like, I wonder if they allow convoy here with buses.
Not that I can see. Okay. It would be under the career screen, though, I think.
Okay, maybe something that's still to be revealed.
I would imagine so, though. Like, they do convoy for cars, convoy for semis. I would imagine there's convoy for buses.
The only thing is the career mode would be independent. Like, you can't, like, join mine,
Well, we did. For trucking, we did convoy throughout the whole career.
Oh, no, I mean, in terms of the career progression, you are on your own.
Oh, yeah, you get your own XP and all that stuff.
Right.
Yeah, because it's all based on how well you drive. Like, if you get in more accidents than the other person, you're going to get less experience.
And one thing I'm also curious about, they didn't mention it here, is like how refueling go here? Are we still need to pull into a gas station or what? Because with all the passengers, I don't know how the fuel station is. Is it wide enough for buses, or do we use a truck one? Like, I have questions.
Yeah, no, the gas stations and stuff are definitely big enough for the buses. Again, if you can fit the 18-wheeler through with the trailer, you can fit the bus through, you'll be fine. So I think it's so different. Ideally, a bus driver wants to fill up when he doesn't have passengers on board, but if you got to fill up, you got to fill up.
Right. You don't run out of gas in mid-drive.
But I think that's pretty much the update for today, guys. So again, let us know what you're most excited for. Are you most excited for the cars over in ATS or the buses over here in ETS? So just drop the comment down below. Let us know. I'm personally excited for both. I think the buses are going to give me a reason to go to Eurotruck. Not that I didn't already enjoy it, but if I have to drive a truck there or drive a truck in ATS, then I'm going to go drive a truck in ATS, right? But now I can drive my cars in ATS. I can drive my buses in ETS. So it will give me a reason to flip-flop between the two games, which is a nice change. Also, buses do tend to move and travel slower than cars or trucks even, simply because all the stops and the roll routes and all that stuff. So ETS2 being as slow as it is won't necessarily be a bad thing when it comes to buses, I think. So yeah, super excited for both of these DLCs, the cars and the buses. Which one's your favorite?
I don't know. I think I'll have to try it to figure it out, because my initial thought is I'm not sure how much I like about pleasing my customers, as in like making sure I drive steady. It may be too much for me to manage. Like, I just want to haul my cargo. My mindset with trucking is like, okay, I'm gonna get my cargo and my load to the destination, but now I have to consider, hey, are my customer or the passenger comfortable, or do they need to use the bathroom back there? That kind of stuff. Like, I don't know, maybe too much to manage, but we will see. But I do like the career mode. I think that may be what gets me to keep playing and do better because I'm kind of like, I want to, checklist and progress. So that may get me, really into ETS2. I also like the fact that it, to your point, a bit slower. So I can learn about the geography and location and city, because one of the biggest thing for me in ETS2 is I'm not familiar with the road and the country and how things are, because I'm not from there. That's why ATS feel a bit more like home, because we're familiar with the road, how things go there. So I think with ETS, with coaches, maybe give me a reason to explore a bit more, learn a bit, in a slower pace compared with trekking, and really get into it. So I'm excited about it. And ATS, same way, the whole road trip gameplay is a totally different style. So I'm excited to kind of explore, get the postcard, and like check things off my list as well. So I don't know. I think we'll have to play it to find out which one we like better. Maybe they're both good, and I bet they're both really good.
Yeah,
so.
I bet they're both good. And I'm really curious in ETS2. You remember that one time you got scanned by an X-ray machine?
I did. Was it ETS2?
Yeah, it was ETS2.
Oh, I remember. I was on the border of two countries.
Yeah, I don't remember what
felt
country it was.
Violated because I would go through this big place and they go X-ray my bus. Oh no, my truck. It was my truck and my cargo.
So are they going to X-ray your bus with people on it?
That's the thing. Okay, so if you go across country, do they check passports for the passenger? Huh?
In Europe, they don't check passports.
Wait, do they not?
No.
I guess maybe I'm thinking like US to Canada or something.
Well, I mean, their countries are the size of our states.
That's true.
So
I don't know. So there are much to learn for sure.
Yeah. So anyways, guys, again, thanks for hanging out with us today. Thanks for watching with us. And hopefully you guys picked up a new piece of information out of this.
Mm-hmm.
Again, let us know what you're most looking forward to down in the comments. And don't forget to like, subscribe, follow along for all the future updates. And until next time, guys, take care.
Yeah. And one more thing. I bet you going to get some more tidbits and maybe get some hands-on with these new DLCs at Gamescom.
Oh, true.
So if you're interested in that, Mr. BadMae is going to be there, do some coverage of those content. So yes, like and subscribe, and make sure you keep an eye out on future content. I think we're gonna get some really cool stuff coming up very soon.
And I'll be out by the around the SCS booth quite a bit. The SCS booth and the Moza booth over in Gamescom. So if you guys are around, stop by, say hi. That kind of stuff. I don't know exactly where I'll be, but I'll be over there somewhere.
It's gonna be fun.
Yeah, it's gonna be very crowded. But all right, guys. Well, again, take care, and we will see you all in the next one.
See ya.